leads right here that we all want, okay?
Okay.
As I told you, 8 out of 10 fire deaths occur in the home. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a fire safety packet, and we're going to watch a couple of demos, short videos. And you're probably going to be shocked at what you learn. I know I was. And I'll answer any questions you guys have at the end. So I just want you to relax. I want you to have some fun. But fire is serious. And I promise you, if you open up your heart and your mind, you can learn something that could save you guys' life. Then we're going to look at some products at the end that could help you and your family when you have a fire, and ask you to help us share this information with others, okay? So here's our free fire safety kit. And this is probably where I'll start with your guys today. Okay. And this is our home safety checklist, okay? And what our home safety checklist does is it goes over a couple of things, and I just want to go over some of them with you. Number one is our cooking safety. Now, with small kids in the house, do you take and turn the pot handles inward when you're cooking?
Sometimes we don't know.
You know, in the kitchen, we need a 3-foot safety zone around that stove right there, but we got to make sure that we turn the pot handles inward. It covers it right here. And all these is yes and no questions, okay? And there's like 20 of them here, and they go through and answer these. And if they answer yes to all these questions, they're in good shape. You know, if they answer no, and I'm going to leave this with you, I'm just going to cover a couple on each one of them.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to safety, okay, cooking safety, I'm in the kitchen. We're at the kitchen table, okay? So I'm going to ask you two guys, just like y'all brand new, just like I'm going to ask this whole group today. How many of y'all above the stove, above the cook stove, or to the right or left of the cook stove, you have cooking oil, Wesson oil, olive oil, something above the stove?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Seriously? Wow. Why don't you just put a gallon of gas up there?
Sure.
See, we got to get your house safe. And so I'm here to teach you guys what you need.
Is that question on there?
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
I'm
trying
to get all the juices.
No, cooking oil's not on
Okay,
there.
so you're asking about oil above the
Yes.
stove.
Yes. Yes, John.
Don't you want them to write?
Now I'm
Am I ahead
fixing.
of it?
No, sir. That's the next. You're right on it, John.
Can
So
you
the
stay
next
out of it
thing.
and let us get this thing done?
So
Now, Ken, have we already watched the videos?
none.
We haven't watched the videos.
I haven't watched anything.
Okay.
So the next thing I'm going to do is now we realize you have a problem. So this is my Operation Edith, and we're going to show you exit grills inside the house. But my number one job while I'm here in your house, Ronnie, is to teach you guys fire safety. So I have to make sure as we go through this, we don't forget anything. So I would ask your wife at this point to go ahead. Number one thing we got to write down is we got to take and move the cooking oil above, out from the stove. So what's your wife's name?
Becky.
Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Becky, you promised me beyond a shadow of a doubt, and I'll be looking right at her. You promised me you're going to move the cooking oil when I leave. It's important. That's an accelerant. And if there's ever a fire on the kitchen stove, guess where it's going to go? And here's how I do it. Watch me how I'm doing it. Where's the fire going to go?
Up in the air.
Up. And guess what you got above it right now? Cooking oil. So you got to write that down. So that's the first thing we got to change. Okay, so we go over that. Then I go over electrical safety next.
Okay.
And when I'm talking about electrical safety, do you have any extension cords running up under the couch, Ron? Do you have any running up under a rug?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
Will you write that down? So that's the second thing we got to fix. We got to move those extension cords out from under rugs, okay?
Okay.
The other thing is how many places do we have a bed pushed right back up next to the wall, next to a plug-in? Right up next to it.
All of them, I think.
Wow.
So any extension cords under carpets?
Under carpets, under rugs? Because they're walking on them, Aaron,
Sure.
and they're wearing that plastic coating off. Well, guess what's going to happen? It's going to ignite, and then you've got that thing under an accelerant like a rug, and guess what's going to happen? Boom, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And if lightning strikes and it hits a plug-in in the house, and it's going to run down that wall right there, and it's going to run down that wall, and it's going to shoot out that plug-in. Well, if you got a bed next to it, you got a comforter on it, guess what's fixing to start a blaze?
Mm-hmm.
And what if you're in the bed sleeping? You don't even know anything about it. Your bed's on fire, your mattress is on fire. Next thing you know, your pillow's on fire, and guess what's happening? You're on fire, and we don't even know about it. Do you even have a smoke detector in your bedroom, Aaron? Wow. And your bed's pushed up and that. So guess what we got to do? Third thing we got to write down is we got to move the bed away from the wall. Now see, Ron, what I'm doing is I'm building a case right here because these are all the things they got to fix inside their house. Okay?
Customers are writing it down.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna bring that all back.
Yes, our customers
And Mike-
writing it all down.
They're reacting to this?
Oh,
Customers are-
brother,
Absolutely.
big time.
Yeah.
When I saw that,
I ain't even got it down like that, and they're freaking out over what you saw there.
well, when I saw that, they were instantly interested in fire safety and all
Absolutely.
my gosh, and it was fucking
Yeah.
on it.
Now we're going to go to housekeeping safety. Now here, in your new construction especially, you're going to find a water heater and a furnace out in the garage. And guess where they stored their paints, their varnishes, and all their stuff? Right where the hot water heater is and the furnace is. Ron, do you have any paints, varnishes, or anything like that
I do, yeah.
where the hot water heater or furnace is?
Well, right there, 10 feet away from it.
So anything around the hot water heater, pretty much.
Yeah, hot water heater or furnace. Here, and here's what you got to think about. What's the hot spots inside everybody's house? Stove, refrigerator, dishwasher, washer and dryer, furnace, and hot water heater, and any type of space heaters. That's the hot spots inside everybody's house. So why would you ever put any type of accelerant close to a hot spot inside your house?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. But we do it, and people, we catch them doing it all the time. So my job is to make sure that they undo it. Okay? Now we're going down to safety equipment, okay? And that's where it talks about fire extinguishers, okay? Ready? Ron, your house is on fire. Hurry, go get a fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Go, hurry. Where's
Okay,
your...
well, I got to drive down to Fresno, buy one, and then bring it back to the house.
You don't have one in your house?
I don't have one.
Seriously.
I really don't.
And I'm doing it like I would do.
No, I really don't.
John, I mean, Ron, 8 out of 10 fire deaths occur in the home.
I know it's not funny. So,
Can I ask you a question? Do you have a gun in your house?
yeah,
Is it in your bedroom?
yeah.
Why?
Well, it's close by there.
Well, why ain't it down at the shop in Fresno? You got to understand my method of madness.
How about if they said it was under the kitchen sink?
Why ain't your gun under the kitchen sink? So when somebody breaks
so
in and you're in
powerful.
your bedroom,
This is so freaking powerful.
if they break in and they're in your bedroom and you'd normally grab your gun to shoot them, you follow with me? Same
Yeah.
thing I do.
Yeah.
You'd say, hold on just a second. Let me go get my gun. It's
I'll be
under
right
the
back.
kitchen sink.
Yeah.
See, our mind is so different about fire safety. We're not prepared for fire. You guys don't think y'all can have a fire. That's the problem. And according to that piece of paper over there, y'all ain't prepared.
Hallelujah.
Not only you're not prepared, you're not even attempting it because you don't even got an extinguisher. And then's when I would turn right around and I would go to the board in front of y'all. But here's what I do. I take this piece of paper and I do this right here in the house, okay? And I take and I draw a house just like this. And I put a kid's room and I put a kid's room. And I put the living room and I put the kitchen. I put the master bedroom and I put a spare bedroom here, okay? Just like this right here.
Okay.
And then, tell you what, why don't y'all just come here and just stand right here so you can see what I'm doing. So, Ron, here's where you guys sleep, okay? Here's your two kids, okay? And you got Aaron over here as a child. And who's the other kid? Brittany. And then you're in here sleeping. You and your wife's in here sleeping, okay? And this is your house. Fire breaks out, kitchen, living room. You can't get to those kids. If you had an extinguisher, you might could. But remember, it's under the kitchen sink. And it's on fire
Where do we suggest that they, in their bedroom right
in their
next
master bedroom.
master bedroom?
So you can't get to an extinguisher.
Uh-huh.
So now, Ron, what are you going to do? How are you going to get to Brittany or Aaron?
I'm going to have to get out of the house and
Okay,
come around.
so you're going to go out a window. Which window you going to go out?
Well, I'm going to go out my bedroom over there.
Okay, you're going to go out this bedroom window.
Uh-huh.
Do you go out first or does your wife go out first?
Well, I hadn't thought about it. I guess my wife, I would want her to get out.
Okay, so you know we're killing time right now. And for every minute that you waste, all the precious oxygen's being sucked out of both your children's room, out of your room, the whole house, and it's being sucked right to the fire. It's literally creating a vacuum inside that house. If you've ever been in a house when it's on fire, what it does is it's just like a vacuum, and it sucks the windows tight, okay? So what's the first thing you're going to do when you realize you can't get over there through this fire? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Open the window and go.
Or you just set your bedroom on fire now because you didn't close the door. You got to close the bedroom door. If you don't close the bedroom door, that fire goes directly into your bedroom. So now you're going to go and you're going to get out the bedroom, right? How high is the window off on the wall?
Well, probably about 12, 15 feet.
The window?
Yeah, it's a 2-story house. Our bedroom's up.
How you going to? How high in your bedroom is it before you can get out the window?
Before you it's about 3 feet.
Okay, so you can get out, but how you gonna get out once you get out the window?
Well, I haven't really thought about it. You're making me feel like shit.
So you don't have no way to get out once you get out the window, how you gonna get to your kids? Yeah. Now if you let's just play this through, okay? If your wife's gonna go first, can you get her foot out the window, and then how does she back out? Do you back her out and you should go out? You ever tried it?
No.
You ain't gonna happen. Only way you're gonna go out is head first. And guess what head hits? 10 foot down. And you're dead. Or your wife's dead. Maybe you push her first, you land on top of her if you got good insurance, okay? And I laugh about that sometimes. But now, if you had an escape ladder, is one thing. Guess what we have? Escape ladders. We got 2-story escape ladders, okay? But let's say you do get out. Let's say you did think to shut the bedroom window, the bedroom door. You got out. You got you and your wife out, and you go around. Who you gonna get out first, Brittany or Aaron? Come on, buddy. We got to make a decision. House is on fire.
Daughter.
You're gonna go for the daughter first. Fantastic. How are you gonna get her out? How you gonna get her out? Come on, tell me,
Well,
Ron.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'm gonna have her jump to me.
She's up high.
I am.
You can't bust the window, can you?
No.
How you gonna wake her up?
Shit. I don't know. I haven't thought of any of this shit. Thank God we haven't had a fire, huh?
Ron, you never get a second chance to hit replay in a fire. Good thing I'm here.
It is.
Help them through getting their children out. That's so much shit to try to
You're-
get it
but-
all.
That's good. We got it all. We got it.
We got it. And here's the thing you got to do. Even if you wasn't on the second story, I'm going to play that scenario with you, okay? So you go over and you start beating on the window. Wake up, Brittany. Wake up. Does Brittany sleep with her bedroom door open or closed?
Close.
Fantastic. So then at that point, when you beat on the window, she's going to come to you, right? If you don't tell her, and if you've not trained your children to move back, when you bust that window, all the glass is going to go in on top of her. Just like jagged glass going right into her flesh. So you got to train. Ron, you're the man in charge of Homeland Security and Safety inside
Homeland
the Ledbetter
Security
House.
and Safety.
You're the man in charge of Homeland Security and Safety inside the Ledbetter House.
Homeland Security and Safety.
You are the. Say it one time.
You are the man
in charge.
in charge.
You're the man.
Homeland Security. In your home, you said?
And you're the man in charge of Homeland Security and Safety inside the Ledbetter House. I mean, that just brings it all home to
No,
you.
I like it, yeah.
Homeland Security and
Safety.
safety.
Inside the Ledbetter home. Sir.
That's strong.
That's strong.
I like it.
That's strong.
So I'm going to leave that with you. I only covered about 3 or 4 of them, and there's 20 questions. As you can see, there's some good information for you guys to share with each other later and go over as a family, okay? I'm going to leave that with you guys today.
3 or 4, that's what you do in the home? You don't go through each one of the questions in the home?
Hey, baby.
I hit my hot spots.
Okay.
Hey.
I hit my spots that tugged at your heart. And they did. Now I'm going to go back.
Okay.
Now I asked about the grease fires. Now here's where I'm going to go next. Ron, who do you know from what we've discussed right now
A grant?
If they had a fire inside their house, they don't have an